Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for more Masters of the World, where I'm thinking this year we're going to be announcing a new plan for solar energy. Yes, a new plan for solar energy. Good. Interesting that my total income is apparently the same as it was in 2012, roughly? I doubt that. I doubt that. Dexter's nationalist. Yeah, I doubt that too. I think it's having a problem there. Yeah, but my nationalized private sectors seem to be doing alright for themselves. Industry. That's chemical. Profits are rising, so clearly I need more people. They didn't rise by much, interestingly enough. So let's double it again. I'll just hypothetically here, double it again. Profits right now are sitting at 130.73. We'll see if that changes much. Mr. resigns, whatever. That's fine. They do that on occasion. They're jerks. Yep, please appoint. Useless info, and people thanking me. So, out of curiosity, how did my housing work do? Number of homeless people has only continued to increase. So clearly we do not need more social housing, because that's not helping the situation at all. Like, you'd think it would go down. Actually, I think it did, and then it went up again. Hard to say. Oh well. Establish a monthly rent allowance for low salaries, yes. Like, I'm tempted to, very much so increase this massively. It's very cheap. $200 a month. That's, like $20 US for rent allowance. That's not terrible. It's really cheap, and I'm hoping it helps homelessness, among other things. Really cheap, and hopefully will make people happy with it. We hope. Minister for Education has now resigned. Concerning. Alright, let's see. Institutions. No, not really what I was looking for. Intellectuals. Yeah, physicist. Did I not? I probably, yeah, I have returned categories, didn't I? There you are. Good. Good. Alright. So, putting a top scientist in education might help. I don't know. The literacy rate's going down. I haven't figured out a way to increase the rate it goes down. Like, I fund things about as much as I can. Okay? Okay. I build more schools, it doesn't help. Right now, what I'm hoping for is a decrease in the number of homeless people. But I guess we'll have to wait for the next month anyway, to find out if that helps. Alright. Sales continue to increase. Like, it's hard to say right now. But I'm thinking it's good. I mean, if it's producing 3 million right now, 3.5 million, that's increasing. What would be the point at which I would be willing to? Probably 20 million. Based on the price of solar panels. If it can generate 20 million in profit, then yeah, sure. Oh, Nigeria. No. You look like you could use some help. Yeah, you're not worth it. You're not worth it. Jerk. That's what you get for hating me now. Alright. Yeah, growth rate fell way off. That's no surprise, but it seems to happen, like, at the start of the year. I don't know why. Then March, April, it picked up again there as well. Industries continue to increase in GDP. Profits are going up here. But yeah, I'm keeping a very close eye on solar right now. I'm thinking, like, if 20 million profit would be probably ideal. Like, it really would be. Because these things cost 50 million a pop. So that's repaid in, what, 20 years? That's at which point I think it becomes a very good investment. Law on monthly rent allowance, finally. A slight decrease in extreme poverty. 21%. Good. Gonna be interested to see if homelessness decreases on February 1st. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Good news, everyone. Good news, everyone. I just single-handedly eliminated homelessness. Suck it, everybody. Suck it, everybody. Oh, jeez. All right. That's a good laugh I needed. All right. Turns out homelessness easy enough to fix. Okay. That's one less problem to worry about. All right. Hey, look. We now only have 92% of everybody being civil servants, apparently. Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, what problems do we have right now? Crime rate, we're getting it down there. It's raising up again. And you know what? I have a feeling like... Damn, a lot of this is expensive. $43 billion. Like, what if we did that? $16 million to raise us up to a 5-star police department. Yeah. We'll see. There's gotta be, like, some of these that are pretty cheap, yeah? Fight against clandestine immigration. I'm surprised that costs $30 billion, really, considering our immigration policies. Oh, you're here? Well, here. Have citizenship. Hell, if local district police is that cheap, of course I'll fund it. I had no idea it was going to be that cheap. Vice Squad, barely anything. That, barely anything. Internal Affairs, definitely want that. There. Hopefully that helps with public safety. A nice performance, excellent. Always good to hear. Chief of Army with me to the death. Good. Sincere salutations from the Secret Service. Yeah. Human rights, security. There. That's better. I mean, our police are being watched by a hawk, by the Internal Affairs Department, so it shouldn't be a big issue. But should hopefully reduce crime rate a little bit. We have some pretty strong ID checks, among other things, so... Like, I'm in favor of that, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This automatic radars. Can we just nuke this? Yeah. Something. Violent deaths. That's, I guess, okay. I kind of wish to, like, see that on the global stage, but I guess I have to use a comparative map for that. Yeah, how safe are we? Like, criteria, security. Let's see. Or is it somewhere else? Yeah, we'll go with crime rate. 71. Tajikistan? I'm impressed. Every year, everyone experiences at least one crime. Okay, that's impressive. Yeah, we're not doing great on that. I need to work on fighting that. Hopefully with improved funding to the police we can start bringing it down. Although, that's a pretty bad way of thinking about it. Education and stuff should also help. Jeez. Then again, we did just fix homelessness, so that's probably got to put a damper on the fucking crime rate. No, apparently it didn't. Oh, well. Policemen per 1,000 capita, so 0.9%. That seems pretty reasonable. Compared with the population's increased. Good, good. GDP as a percent of world share, we're up to 0.5% almost. That's not awful. For like an African country at least. It's best to remember that Africa as a whole makes up less than 3% of the world's GDP right now. Just throwing that out there. So 0.5% means roughly, what, 1/5 of Africa? It's not terrible. That is not awful. From the African perspective. From the global perspective, oh god, it's awful, but, you know, what you gonna do about that, eh? Profit's still going up every time I do that. So, I mean, do it again. See if profits continue to increase. It's impossible to say. At least we're putting people to work in the industry.
The decree.
Good. Alright. So yeah, no homeless people now. Problem solved. Ethiopia at the top. Aw, yeah. And 60 billion cash surplus. Well, considering we don't have debt, that's excellent to have. I talked about this before, and I'm going to take another check here. Profit in millions, about 4.7 now. It's increasing. At least I think it is. I thought before, maybe. Hard to say. I mean, I gave it $1 billion in subsidies, hoping it would do something. Let's recall that. Okay. So what are we looking at now? The answer is the construction of more solar panels. The question is... Okay. I do need to do something about that. Well, we'll see. Surplus is 8% of the GDP, always good to see. Public debt, gone. Public debt in billions. Always good to know. Structural surplus, minus 3.95%. That's what I don't like. We don't actually have all that much of a structural surplus. But we can deal with that. There we are, increasing. Yeah, it seems to increase, like, just during the first quarter, we seem to have shite for growth, you know? Like, we're doing well here. Question is there any particular, like, sector that's exhibited a lot of growth? Like, GDP percent total. Electrical materials is pretty much king. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Volume by year. Interesting. So yeah, that's about what I expected. Okay. Yeah, electrical materials is big. It doesn't actually generate much profit though. That's why I kind of sold it off. Like, at least for the amount of work it does. Alright. Alright. I think we need to have a chat about at least some of our agriculture stuff. So, the profit's 42 billion. Considering that's not terrible. Yeah, we produce way too much wood. Like, it's a concerningly large quantity of it. Like, to the point where I'd just be like, we should probably just, like, stop producing wood. Or very much limit it. Sure thing, Kazakhstan. Salary increase. Existential crisis. Yeah, we'll see about salary increases for our workforce. We'll see. Make no guarantees, but we will see. Yeah, we do need to increase. Everyone's getting fucking raises today. There.
Good morning.
Alright, what do you want? Natural gas. You do produce a lot of it, and I don't need very much of it. Sure, it's acceptable, I guess. It's really strange, that's all. Sierra Leone. The problem is, isn't there... Yeah, it's in the Gambia, isn't it? It's good to remember that's an actual country in there. That's why I keep, like, double-checking to make sure it's in Gambia and not Senegal. Jesus Christ. That's a hell of a famine there. Anyway. So yeah, people are getting pay increases, which should help. Fuck you. Good. I'm hoping this doesn't hurt the growth rate too much. It's a minor tax at this point. So it should be okay. I would say that this new growth rate we're getting is pretty good. I'm not too concerned. But yeah, strangely enough, chemicals turning out to be really profitable for us. And really good. Profits 134. Power up to 223,000. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, we're up to 20% of people in the secondary sector. That's a good start. Unfortunately, we still have, like... Yeah, 63% involved in farming. Actually, pretty less than ideal. But, you know what? We're slowly industrializing, so I'll take it. Industry GDP continues to increase. I do need to have a talk with the service sector, though. Like, I pretty much froze most of it. Because we have a positive trade balance in everything, so I don't really see a need to expand the service sector. I do find it amusing that banks still don't generate a profit. Can't actually figure out why. Can't actually figure out why. At this point, I thought, like, even when we had the higher minimum wage, like, people would do better. Still, 21% in extreme poverty. I'm thinking, actually, what we're going to start doing for, like, staple crops like cereal is impose price reductions. For a lot of our consumption. Like, if I can lock food in stupendously cheap, that should do wonders. On the other hand, did inflation spike down by chance? No, not really. I was wondering if inflation would topple and keel over when I made fixed homelessness permanently, because cost of living shot down. Extra regulated rent prices and rent grants. Whatever the hell I did in February, just been doing good. Spain, of course. Alright, so anything to report from our solar sector yet? On the good stuffs. Profit 5 million. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, at 112 million in cost, that's not bad. I don't know if that's 112 million in cost or whether that, like, because it only takes a year to build. And I'm pretty certain it doesn't take me $500 million, but we'll see. Whoops. How do I undo? Or, fuck. I'm a genius. Yeah, well, that's probably going to put a damper in any future data I'd like to collect. Cancel all construction projects. Solar. No? Okay. Well, fuck it. We're just going to, build a whole whack load of solar. I've decided. Southern tip of our country is mostly going to end up solar arrays. I'm going to need a lot of these. So our goal right now, I think, would be 20. I'd say 20 would be good. That would let us completely phase out all other forms of electricity. Yeah, seems right. You know, maybe electricity was the problem before. Maybe I couldn't import enough electricity for my industries. Like when I had all those people working in them. Maybe there's more to certain industries than just putting people on them. Hard to say. Alright. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Not bad. Alright, so I guess we'll put down like a rocket pad there or something. Who knows? Either way, that seems like a great way to start today off, I'd think. Yeah, I'm sure public finances went down a bit. Just checking that fusion didn't appear there. It's gonna have to smack a bitch. Yeah, okay, fusion not appearing. Good. It seems strange, because I did just give a salary increase for everybody, did I not? I thought I did, but apparently people are still complaining about it. Not getting inflation rate under control. Maybe tricky, without completely demolishing my growth. I need to keep the key interest rate really low right now, just in order to, you know, keep growth kind of moving. And again, who knows? Manpower increasing, profits not so much. Then again, I don't know if people or size increased. Oh well, whatever. Either way, the CSOL program is opening. Mr. for defense.
Good
Whatever,
morning.
We'll deal with that later.
I did.
Alright, what can I do? You produce the... Yeah, you want to... sell me natural gas? I think the AI is breaking, guys. I'd say the AI is breaking pretty hard. Like, really, really bad. Jesus Christ.
Everything.
Yeah, will of course appear at the national holiday. Alright. Alright, so homosexuals have rights. That's actually something reasonable we could do. State pays for your kids now. Probably actually why. So we know rent in our country costs like, what, 200 or less? It has to. That's how we have no homelessness anymore. So we'll assume based on purchasing power. It's really hard to tell in this game. That's basically $1,000 a month per kid, or 12 grand a year. Right now. That might explain my growth rate. Thankfully, it's fucking falling, but, you know. Might explain why people are having a lot of kids. Might also explain to me why I can get away with legalizing gay marriage and the Family Institute still loves me. The two might be connected. I'm just starting to figure this out, you know? And I go, yeah. Children, the future, that whole thing. Of course, it's hard to say right now. GDP continues to increase. Like we've gained 150 billion GDP in industry. Sophia, sure. We'll meet with you. Yep. Profits are increasing still. With manpower up to 388k. Very good. I think I'm going to leave it for now, but that's interesting. The profits shoot up the way they do there. I just think, like, how many people could I potentially employ in
Good
this?
morning. I didn't come empty.
Yes, I'm sure you did. What do you want? Hey, this looks like an actual thing. Alright, you want to buy tobacco. That makes sense. You want that? We'll start here, maybe? Sure. Good. I'm torn between like trying to employ 5 million people in the chemical industry and just seeing what happens. All right, we'll do it as a temporary sort of let's just see what happens thing. We'll employ several million people in the chemical industry. either everything falls apart, or we start making infinite money. And I'm not sure which yet. But I have a couple of, you know, key industries still nationalized, so I can do little experiments like that, you know? Little experiments like that. We'll see what happens as manpower goes up. But I think that's going to do it for today, folks. I'm pleased to announce that next year, when the sea sole production reaches its full everythings, we should be in pretty good shape. Like, I'm just going to be able to dismantle most of our fossil fuel electricity stuff, which is pretty good. Actually, most of our electricity stuff in general. President of Guatemala, sure, why the hell not? And, you know, at some point, I really, really do need to build one of those, like, satellite launchers. And just build things like TV satellites. We're getting to the point where we can do that. Average temperature. They're falling. Which is actually a miracle in of itself, considering that our industry GDP is going up and our GDP in general is growing. What was our GDP at the end of the year? 6 point something billion, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's going up.
Good
What can I do for you,
morning.
Guatemala? Average purchase price. That's fine. I'm willing to accept that. And we're almost approaching the end of the second quarter right now, in which we still don't seem to have any debt. 112 billion cash surplus. So, we have a pretty sizable cash surplus right now. I need to do something about that. We need to spend it, but I don't know on what. I'm tempted to just go for, like, full ham on something. Something. Education and research. Like, I opened this freaking tab and I couldn't figure it out. I'm an idiot sometimes. Like, I could drop a fuckload of cash on this. This is 13 billion. Like, yeah, sure, I can build 200 new centers. We have 10 right now. How about 190 new research centers? Just start there. It seems like a great idea. How quickly could I theoretically build these? A month and a half. Okay. That seems great. Ah, well. I don't know. We'll figure out what to do with this. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been your lovely host, Galvin, signing off.